So how do you decide what orders that it is that you should take when you're out there working in your marketplace so that you can make the most money? My name is John McFall, and I want to welcome you to the McFallRI channel, where I teach you how to make $25 to $30 an hour doing food delivery. In today's video, I want to give you a little bit of an idea on how you should decide on what orders you should take when you're out there. There's a lot of gig tubers out here and people out here that have different ideas on what they think that you should and shouldn't do. You hear a lot of people say, don't take anything less than $7 or $8. Don't take anything unless it's $1.50 or $2 a mile. There's just so many ideas out here. What are the ones that you should really use? If you get value in today's video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. The first myth that I want to dispel for you is when it comes to listening to other people out here on the internet that are talking to you and telling you what you should and shouldn't do when you're out there in your marketplace working, because it is truly dependent on your marketplace. You can't do a one-size-fits-all when it comes to food delivery. It's just not possible because every marketplace works different. So I want to talk to you about the two different marketplaces that I work in currently. And when I go into each of these marketplaces, I use different strategies because what the marketplaces will offer me are completely different things. The first one I want to talk about is Auburn, Indiana here. It is a population of about 15,000 people, and there is literally one, what I call sweet spot in this marketplace. And really the only app there I have to work is going to be DoorDash. This is because it's such a small marketplace. Uber Eats is in there, but Uber Eats doesn't really send me very much. Sometimes I can work a whole shift when I'm in Auburn and I will get nothing at all from Uber Eats. So when I go into Auburn here, because there is only one sweet spot and it's such a small marketplace, the orders that I typically get in this marketplace are going to be anywhere from about $5 to about $9. That's kind of what my averages are. And I typically have orders that are going to take me anywhere from about a half a mile to about 3 or 4 miles. And that's about the max because of the size of the marketplace. It's also dependent on the time of the year, because in the summer, you don't see as many orders in Auburn as you do in the winter time. I can literally go out into Auburn and make, let's say, $15, maybe $20 an hour when I'm working in the summer, but there's been times in the winter when it's blasted with snow and I get out the four-wheel drive and I've literally made $90 in 2 hours in this marketplace when it was really, really bad with snow out there. So it really has a lot to do with the time of the year also. But overall, when I go into Auburn, my expectations of this marketplace are I will take orders all day that are $5, and they have to be a half a mile to that 3 miles. And the thing about this is yeah, it's only $5 compared to a bigger marketplace, but if I can do 4 or 5 of these orders within an hour, I'm making $20 to $25 during that time period. Now, when I go here to Fort Wayne, my strategy is a lot different, and this is primarily because the marketplace is a lot different than Auburn. In Fort Wayne, I have 5 different what I call sweet spots, and these are areas in this marketplace that I know that I can go get orders on DoorDash, Uber Eats, and GrubHub. The thing about this marketplace too is there are freeways literally surrounding the whole city. So when I get order requests in Fort Wayne, I do accept as low as $5 if they're going, let's say a half a mile to 2 miles. Or if I get a stacked order, and let's say I get one order that's taking me, let's say 8 or 9 miles, and they throw another order on top that's on the way, and it is maybe a mile or 2 miles, but they're adding another $5 onto the order I've already taken, I will go ahead and accept another $5 order for an additional half a mile to a mile when I have an order that's taking me long distance, because it's adding to the money that I can make. Another thing I do when I'm in this marketplace is I multi-app. I have DoorDash, Uber Eats, and GrubHub. So there's a lot of times when I'm working in this marketplace, and because I have my sweet spots where I get orders from all of the platforms at the same time, sometimes I can pick up 2 orders from 2 different platforms. And if I get a good order on one platform and another platform will send me a $5 order going a mile and I can get it done within the time of both orders that are required, I'll go ahead and grab both of them. So I don't not take $5 orders when I'm down in Fort Wayne, but it's more selective for me when I'm down there on what ones I will take, and it has to fit what I'm doing in my overall strategy down there for me to decide that I'm going to take it. Obviously, my max down there is unlimited. I've gotten as high as $50 or $55 on one order when I'm in Fort Wayne because the marketplace is larger and there's more money down there, and I have better opportunities to get those better orders because of the size of the marketplace. So this is my two different marketplaces that I work in, and I work them a little bit different, but I can still make really good money in both of them if I apply the right strategies when I'm down there. So how do you approach your marketplace when you're out there working to make the most money? It's really simple. You got to get out there and you got to see what the apps are doing in your marketplace. And you've also got to go out there and see what your actual marketplace does. You might live in a small or medium or large marketplace. It really doesn't matter. You have to go out there and figure out what that marketplace will throw you. And I always recommend that you find your own sweet spots when you're in that marketplace so you can get the orders that you're looking to get to make the money that you want to make. If it's taking $5 orders and going a half a mile to 3 miles your whole shift, do that. If it's getting $35 orders that are driving you 15 miles and it's one order in an hour, take that. But get out there into your marketplace and really learn what it does and what the apps do so that you know what the strategy is that you should put in your marketplace to make the most money and to make the most of the time that you're out there. So don't really have a hard, fast rule on the orders that you accept. If it fits where you are at that moment while you're working your shift, take that order and go make that money. I typically don't recommend below $5. The reason that I don't is because even if you get an order that's less than $5, it's, let's say it's only driving a half a mile, you still have to take the time to drive to the restaurant, get out of your vehicle, go into the restaurant, pick up the food, go back out to your car, drive to that drop off, get out of your car again, drop the order off and get back into your car. So even if you see an order that's only half a mile, if you're making less than about $5 an hour, you're really not doing yourself a service because you're not going to make good dollars to hours because of all the work that's involved in actually taking that order and delivering it. So I highly recommend that you don't accept anything below $5. And another thing about this is those lower than $5 orders, a lot of times those have 0 tips in it. And if a customer isn't willing to tip a little bit, then I wouldn't worry about taking their order to them. As far as the mileage goes, I'd always recommend that you shoot for $1.50 or above. But again, this is completely dependent on your marketplace and what you can do. I steadily run both of my marketplaces. I sit somewhere between about $1.85 and $1.90 a mile typically. So this is easy to attain even in my smaller marketplace. So these are a couple of suggestions that I have for you on the orders that you should take when you're out there doing food delivery, and this should help you get the money that you're looking to make while you're out there. If you find value in today's video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also want to talk to you about another thing that's going to really help you when you're out there doing your food delivery, and this is my metric spreadsheet. If you want to get better at doing food delivery, it starts by knowing where you are and seeing where it is that you can improve. I'm going to throw it up here on the screen real quick so you all can check it out. If you look at the left-hand side, you'll see I always put my start time and my end time. This gives me the total time that I've worked. I also put in the miles. If you head to the right, then you'll see for each individual app, I put the dollars that I've made, the time that I worked, along with the number of deliveries. Head to the bottom and you'll see it calculates out what your average dollar per mile, dollar per hour, and your average per order. If you want to get better out there, check out this metric spreadsheet. It's a free download in my description. It'll help you see where you are and see where you need to improve. If you also want to learn some really good strategies, check out my food delivery playlist, and it has a lot of good education in there. It's going to teach you how to make that $25 to $30 an hour. If you'd like to learn about multi-apping, check out this video here. It's called Multi-Apping 101, and it gives you the basics of what you need to know out there to get your multi-apping started. Finally, I'd like to leave you with, I hope that you are out there getting the money that you and your family deserve. And with that, I want to say thanks.